Welcome to the Explainer! Today, we're digging into a powerful idea from a 1988 lecture, and it asks a really fascinating question. What if the true pursuit of knowledge isn't just about collecting facts, but about something deeper, like a kind of spiritual discipline?
All right, let's get right into it. The lecture starts by pointing out that we tend to think about knowledge in two very, very different ways, and honestly, telling them apart is crucial.
See, on the one hand, you've got knowledge as decoration. We've all seen this, right? It's using complicated jargon, quoting thinkers just to sound smart. It's basically a performance. But then there's the other side, knowledge as a true discipline. And that's a totally different ballgame. It's an honest path toward real, genuine understanding.
So the big question is, how do we get on that second path? How do we start the real pursuit of knowledge? Well, the lecture says it all comes down to one thing, a fundamental shift in our attitude. And that first step, the absolute foundation for everything else, is all about stripping away the fluff. You have to get rid of everything that isn't real, everything that's just for show. This quote right here, it holds the key. Don't say you understand until you are truly convinced. It's about radical honesty with yourself. It means you don't just memorize a fact for a test. You have to really wrestle with an idea, internalize it, and refuse to move on until it genuinely, truly clicks deep inside. The lecture actually has a name for this process, Becoming Naked. It's about shedding all the fancy academic language, all the pretense of looking smart, just to get to the raw, honest truth. The speaker makes this great point, comparing a lot of academic work to a kaleidoscope. You know, where old pieces are just rearranged to look beautiful, but they aren't real, living flowers. The goal is to get past the kaleidoscope.
Okay, but how do you really know if you've understood something? I mean, how can you be sure you're not just tricking yourself? Well, the lecturer gives us a simple but honestly a brilliant test for this.
It's called the Yamato Kotoba test. Yamato Kotoba basically refers to the core, native, simple language of Japan. You could think of it as the language of the soul. And the test is this. If you can't explain a complex idea in your own simple words, simple enough for a child to get it, then you haven't truly mastered it. Simple as that.
Okay, so why bother with all this? What's the point of going through all this effort? The goal isn't just to become a walking encyclopedia, to win at trivia night. It's about something much more profound. The whole purpose of learning this way is to find clues or hints for solving the problems we face in life. It's about developing a higher cognitive ability. Basically, it's about getting a powerful tool that lets you see the world as it really is. So, this cognitive ability, or ninshita-yoku, is the power to instantly see the true root cause of a problem. It's like having X-ray vision for reality. You don't just see the effect, you see the hidden cause that everyone else is missing.
And the examples the lecture gives are just perfect. Think about it. A baby is crying endlessly. We jump to conclusions, illness, hunger. But the real cause? A single pin pricking its clothes. Or a horse is just uncontrollably wild. We think it's rage, but really, it's just terrified of its own shadow. Even a monkey, trapped because its fist is full of rice and it just won't let go to pull its hand free. Seeing the pin, seeing the shadow, understanding the monkey's fist, that is what this is all about.
And this is the crucial point. This high level of perceptiveness isn't just some neat intellectual trick. It's literally a measure of your spiritual height. The clearer you can see the world, the higher your spirit has climbed. So, if that's the goal, how do you actually develop this ability? Well, it's not random. The lecture lays out a very clear path, a progression through 4 distinct stages of knowledge. So here's the roadmap. First, the establishment of knowledge. Then, unwavering knowledge. After that, bodhisattva wisdom. And finally, tathagata wisdom. This whole process takes you from that first spark of insight all the way to a kind of wisdom that can literally change the world. All right, stage 1, establishment of knowledge. This is that incredible moment when the veil lifts. After a lot of intellectual struggle, all of a sudden, the world just looks wonderful. You see things with this amazing new clarity. It's that pure, simple joy of discovery. But that initial high, that joy, it can be pretty fragile. And that brings us to stage 2, unwavering knowledge. This is all about endurance. Think of a pine tree staying green through a harsh winter. When the struggles of daily life hit and that initial inspiration starts to fade, your knowledge has to endure. This is how you build real confidence, and it's also where you overcome things like jealousy.
Now, if you can get through that winter, you reach stage 3, which is bodhisattva wisdom. And this is where things get really interesting, because your knowledge transcends you, personally. It transforms into a desire to serve other people.
It's no longer just about you. It becomes a philosophy you want to share to help guide and inspire others.
The lecture describes this as a massive spiritual leap. It's a jump from the sixth dimension, which is the world of knowledge, to the seventh dimension, which is the world of love. Your understanding becomes an act of service.
And that brings us to the final stage. This is the absolute pinnacle of what this whole pursuit of knowledge can lead to.
Stage 4 is called Tathagata wisdom, and we're talking about a fundamental thought, a level of insight so deep that it uncovers the very secrets of humanity. It isn't just about explaining the world anymore, it's about having the power to actually change it.
So, who are we talking about here? Well, think of the heavy hitters. Socrates, Confucius, Jesus, Shakyamuni. These are the figures who reached this stage. Their ideas were so powerful that they didn't just teach people, they reshaped entire civilizations and created brand new paths for humanity.
So, all of this leaves us with a pretty deep question to reflect on. Is the knowledge you're pursuing just a mirror, something that just reflects what others have already said? Or is it a light that actually shines from within you, illuminating the path for yourself and for others?